we're going to explain the reference error, document is not defined error in JavaScript. This frustrating error pops up when your JavaScript code tries to use the document object, but the object isn't available. The document object is a crucial part of web browsers. It represents the HTML document being displayed. So, if you're seeing this error, it means your JavaScript code is running in an environment where the document object doesn't exist. This typically happens when you run your JavaScript outside a web browser context. Let's look at the most common causes and how to fix them. 1. Running JavaScript outside a browser. The main culprit is trying to execute your JavaScript code in a place that isn't a web browser. For instance, in a Node.js environment, a JavaScript runtime for servers. Node.js is designed for server-side programming and doesn't have a document object because it doesn't deal with rendering web pages. If you're using Node.js and need to interact with HTML, you'll need to use browser-specific tools like JSDOM, which simulates a browser environment. 2. Incorrect file inclusion or timing. Sometimes the error arises due to problems with how your JavaScript code is included in your HTML file. Make sure your script tag is placed correctly within your HTML, preferably just before the closing body tag. This ensures that the HTML document is fully parsed before the JavaScript tries to access it. Also, double-check the file path to your JavaScript file. A simple typo can prevent it from loading. 3. Using JavaScript frameworks or libraries incorrectly. When using JavaScript frameworks like React, Angular, or Vue.js, the way you interact with the document object might differ. Consult the documentation for your specific framework. You often use methods provided by the framework instead of directly manipulating the document object. Pay close attention to component lifecycle methods if you are using a framework, making sure you don't try to access the DOM before it's ready. 4. Unexpected code execution. The error could also appear if the script runs before the document is fully loaded. For example, if you try to manipulate an element in the DOM at the start of a script tag in the head of your HTML page, the element might not exist yet. A solution is to wrap your DOM manipulation code inside the DOM content loaded event listener. Document add event listener, DOM content loaded, function, your code here, tag. This ensures your code waits until the page is fully loaded before attempting to access the document. 5. Server-side rendering, SSR. If you're using server-side rendering, the JavaScript might be executed on the server before the page is fully rendered in the browser. Solutions here are often framework-specific, but they usually involve waiting for hydration or a browser event before accessing the DOM. Remember, understanding where your JavaScript is executing is key to resolving this error. If you're unsure, use your browser's developer tools to debug your code and pinpoint exactly where the error occurs. Careful review of your code and its context will help you solve this issue.